When it comes to percent change, there's one formula that you definitely have to have memorized. And that is that percent change is equivalent to a new price minus an original or old price divided by the original or older price. For example, if you bought a stock for $100, so the old price would be $100, and that stock went up to $120, so the new price was equal to 120, and I asked you what percent change had taken place, most of us can visually see that it's a 20% change because we're working with an easy number like $100. And technically the reason that it is actually a 20% change and not some other number is because 120 minus 100 over 100 is equal to 20 over 100, which is 20%. So 20% literally means 20 for every 100. So 20% can be always represented as 20 over a fraction of 100. And you could simplify this obviously by dividing top and bottom to get 1/5. And this is also equal to 20%. But I like to look at it like this because it is very literal. It literally means 20%. One way to get back to a percentage if you're in a fraction like this, just as an aside, is figure out what you need to multiply the bottom by to get to 100. And if you multiply the top by that number as well, so in this case, 5 times 20 gives 100, 1 times 20 will give me 20 over 100. So when you see a situation like what percent is 5 over 30, well, for me, I like to just ballpark it and say, well, if I was going to multiply 30, I'd multiply it by about 3.3 to get to 100. This would actually give me 99. But this would give me about 100. And if I multiplied the 5 by 3.3, I would get 15 plus 1.5, which equals 16.5. So this must be equal to about 16.5%. And so that's one way of thinking about manipulating fractions to get back to percents and vice versa. Now, there's a couple of different types of wording here that I want to highlight in the second and third example, which is 50% of 20 and a 50% increase from 20 or on 20. And so a 50% of something means literally multiply by 50 over 100. And if we multiply by 50 over 100, which simplifies to 1 over 2 times 20, the 2's will cancel out, which will leave us with 10 over here. And this is equal to 10. But a 50% increase from 20 is the same as taking 20 and adding 50% on top of it, which, as we've just shown, 50% of 20 is equal to 10. So 50% increase from 20 would leave us at a total of 30. But 50% of 20 is equal to 10. So I just wanted to talk about the nuance of that wording so that you feel comfortable if you see those, which of the two you're dealing with and how to approach it.